His mop stopped mid-floor. A black belt martial artist had just stepped in front of him and said with a smirk, "Fight me, just for fun." The room went silent because no one knew the janitor's past, or what was about to happen. The gym smelled faintly of sweat and disinfectant, the kind of scent that lingered even after the last members had gone home. Under the harsh glow of the overhead lights, Marcus pushed his mop across the polished floor. His movements were steady, methodical, almost meditative. He worked nights. When the world was quiet, most people never saw him, and that was fine with him. But tonight, someone was watching. Ethan Cole, local martial arts champion, loud, confident, and always surrounded by a group of eager onlookers, leaned against the counter. He wore his black belt like a crown, his gaze locked on Marcus. "Hey, old man," Ethan called out, voice sharp enough to slice the still air. "How about you drop that mop and fight me, just for fun?" The crowd chuckled, a few whispered. Marcus looked up, his eyes calm, unreadable. He didn't speak. Ethan smirked. What? Afraid to lose? Or just too tired from scrubbing floors? Marcus didn't flinch. He set the mop back in the bucket and kept working. The quiet swish of the water the only answer, but deep inside, memories stirred memories Ethan could never imagine. Years ago, Marcus wore a different uniform. Camouflage, combat boots. His hands had carried not mops, but the weight of fallen brothers. He had been a soldier, trained in ways that went far beyond the flashy kicks and choreographed moves Ethan loved to show off. The sand, the heat, the chaos of the battlefield, they had taught Marcus one truth. Real strength didn't need to be loud. Now, he preferred peace, a quiet job, a simple life. But tonight, peace wasn't being offered. Ethan stepped closer, his voice carrying through the room. "Come on, give these people a show. Unless you're just a janitor with nothing left in him." A murmur rippled through the crowd. Some looked away. No one stepped in. Marcus's silence only made the tension grow. Finally, Marcus straightened. His eyes met Ethan's. "You don't want this fight," he said, voice low, steady, almost gentle. Ethan laughed. "Oh, I think I do." Marcus exhaled slowly, then moved the mats. The circle formed quickly. The air felt heavier now, like the room itself was holding its breath. Marcus walked to the center, his steps slow, unhurried. No fighting stance, no showmanship, just the quiet presence of a man who had seen far more than this moment. When Ethan lunged forward, fists raised, Marcus barely moved. A sidestep, a soft redirection of force. Ethan stumbled. The crowd's laughter died. Another rush, another effortless evasion. Marcus's movements were so minimal they looked almost lazy, but each one left Ethan off balance, his strikes meeting only empty air. Finally, Marcus caught Ethan's wrist mid-punch. He didn't squeeze, didn't twist, just held it. His eyes were calm, but his words cut deeper than any blow. "Real fighters don't humiliate, they protect." Ethan froze. His breath quickened, and in that stillness, the weight of Marcus's presence became undeniable. The black belt lowered his gaze. Marcus released him and stepped back. The fight was over without a single strike thrown. The crowd erupted not with cheers for a knockout, but with something heavier, respect. People stood. Taller. Some nodded quietly. Ethan swallowed hard. "I didn't know," he muttered. Marcus picked up his mop again. "Now you do." That night, the story spread beyond the gym. People spoke about the janitor who defeated a champion without fighting, and 3 lines from that night would be repeated for weeks. Real strength is silent. Real fighters protect. You don't want this fight. Marcus never sought the spotlight. But sometimes, dignity speaks louder than victory. And in a world obsessed with proving itself, one quiet man proved that the greatest battles are won without a single punch. Asterisk respect is not earned through mocking others. It's built through quiet strength, humility, and the courage to walk away. When you could win, how would you have handled that challenge? Share your thoughts below. And tell me where you're watching from. And if you believe silent strength is the greatest kind. Subscribe for more stories that honor it.